Kauai is such a beautiful, lush island with so many opportunities to do different things. You're not going to have enough time to do them all. This is why we're trying to narrow it down to get to our top 7 that we believe that you will also enjoy. Welcome to the channel. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Chelsea.
Thanks for stopping by. So today we're going to share our top 7 things to see and do in 7 days on the island of Kauai. All right, starting off the list
is the Napali Coast Boat Tour. This was probably one of my favorite things that we did. It was we had a really great crew. They took us in to like a cave with the boat. It was just a really unbelievably neat experience, and just seeing it from the water and seeing how the beauty from that angle was incredible, and highly recommend this to anyone that was going to Kauai.
Yeah, you can always take a helicopter tour. We opted not to do that. That way we wouldn't have to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. But seriously, guys, if you're... I mean, it was the more economical choice, and it was still great. Now, Chelsea did toss her cookies on the boat, along with another guy shortly after lunch.
And it still was my favorite. One of my favorites.
What does that tell you, guys? What does that tell you? It's that great, okay? But seriously, if you're going to go visit the island of Kauai, you need to see the Napali coast. That's just... Yeah, I mean, that's probably why you're looking to book this trip for yourself, is because of the pictures you see of the Napali coast. And whether you take it by helicopter or by boat, which is what we did, he also led us in areas where schools of dolphins were, which was really cool. Mm-hmm. And then we had some time to snorkel, and we did that a little bit. It was a little intimidating because it wasn't like where you can stand or walk. Not that you want to be walking on reef, but it was a little intimidating because I know there's tiger sharks around that area. So that was a little nerve-wracking, but outside of that, beautiful experience, and that's what we would definitely recommend. Mm-hmm. One of the top things that you do while you're visiting the island of Kauai. Moving on to the next thing we would recommend to see and experience is Wailua Falls. Wailua Falls is not that far of a drive, especially for us. We were staying on the east side of Kauai, so again, it wasn't that far of a journey for us to get there. And once you got to the top, you're able to look down and see the falls. Pretty great experience. We recommend. It's a beautiful falls, and it's generally speaking not too crowded, and you'll have a space to park there at the top. In addition to Wailua Falls, since we're talking on the east side of the island there, Wailua Shave Ice, I mean...
That's another favorite of mine.
You gotta experience Shave Ice when you're in Hawaii, but especially Kauai, where they have Wailua Shave Ice. So yeah, definitely check that out. And if you're staying on the east side of the island, like we were, pretty much had it every night. So no shame, no shame. It's it's healthy, it's natural fruits, you're supporting the locals. I mean, come on.
On vacation.
It's a win-win for everybody involved. Moving on to the next on the list is none other than the Kalalau Trail, or at least the first 2 miles. We didn't do the full trail, but I think it would be worth it if you're more adventurous and want to just see a very beautiful scenic trail of the coastline and all the lush jungle features that Kauai offers there on the Kalalau Trail. So overall, Chelsea, tell me how you feel about me encouraging us to go on that trail. Would you do it again? Be honest.
I would do it again without a kid on my back. That made it so much harder.
Yeah, our youngest got a little whiny.
Yeah, and I will say, you do have to make a reservation for this quite a bit in advance, and they do only take so many time slots per day. So you definitely want to get that booked in advance if you do want to do this. But it was very beautiful, and I would do it again, just not carrying a kid. So next is, if you're going to the west side of the island, is kind of a 2-for-1. One of the stops that we would recommend is the Waimea Canyon and
the Kalalau Lookout. So you're going to be on the same trail as you go up in elevation, and you're going to have an opportunity to see both. And you're not going to be disappointed with either one. It's going to be obviously a hot spot. It's an easy, you can just go to the parking lot there, pay to play, right? So you're going to have to pay for it. But then the vantage points that you're going to get for little effort, that you don't have to work to see those types of views. Now you can take the trails in addition to the parking lot, where you can take those narrow trails out. But for us, it was an easy 2-for-1 on the same trip to the west side of the island, and it did not disappoint.
All right, so while we're talking about the west side, we also loved Polihale Beach. I think that's how you say it. It was very interesting getting there because we had a compact car, so we had to go extremely slow because the road to get there is full of potholes, the whole thing. And I think they do that on purpose so then the beach is not crowded.
Yeah.
And the locals will be in their 4-wheel drive and fly around you,
Yeah.
going through the potholes, but we decided to not mess up our rental car and just go very slow. But it was breathtaking beautiful there. Highly recommend it. It is well worth it. Just have to suffer through the drive there, but
yeah,
well
it's only
worth
like
it.
a 2-mile drive, but it took us 45 minutes because of all the potholes.
Yeah.
And your insurance won't cover that if something happens to the car. That's
So,
that's
take
a
your
real...
own risk.
So if you're gonna do it, don't take a car like us. Take a 4x4 or something where you can get there a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
All right, again, so we're gonna shift gears a little bit to the southern side of the island and focus in on Poipu Beach, which is a great opportunity to go snorkeling. The waters are nice and clear, and overall, just a great experience. In addition to that, on the more eastern side of Poipu Beach, you can take a scenic trail there and get a good vantage point of the cliffs in the backdrop. Chelsea really thought that was...
Love the view.
Yeah.
And it's very easy trail. And you can jump off of that, correct?
Yeah, so
Some people were doing that. It was a little scary, but
is a place there where you can definitely jump off the cliff. I think it's over 40 feet high. So if you're more adventurous and into that, definitely. I think Justin Bieber actually did it back in the day. So if he did it, man, it kind of makes me feel shameful. I didn't do it if he did it, but anyhow. Another place close by to Poipu Beach, since you're already going to be there, I think it's a 10-minute drive approximately to the Blowhole. It's a great opportunity to see the Blowhole from a good vantage point, and not much of a cost for you or an out-of-the-way adventure from Poipu Beach. So I don't know if you were counting already, but yes, we've already hit 7 of our top places, but I did want to mention this because in general, just going to the North Shore is going to be a great benefit for you to stop by many different places. Queen's Bath looked very appealing to me. There was actually no parking spots, so Chelsea actually kindly dropped me off knowing she wouldn't be able to partake in the adventure. So I understand it's very dangerous. That's why I would never go during the high tide, but I was very strategic as far as knowing when the high and low tides were and going when the low tide was there. And that's probably why I was busy then, because it was low tide. But a great location. One of the things I regret not doing, I forgot to take my snorkeling gear with me when I packed my bag. So I only had my GoPro, but I was still able to jump in and enjoy the water. It was essentially a pool aquarium. So again, it's a nice opportunity if you're already in the North Shore. Well, we definitely hope those top 7 will help your itinerary. And matter of fact, what I'm going to do is include our itinerary, and you can customize it to make the most of your trip there. That way you're not running around all through the islands from day 1, day 2, day 3, however many days you're staying. So you can accommodate and make the most of your venture as you do this. Of course, you're not going to nail all the things because Kauai is such a beautiful island with so many things to see and do, but we hope this information is valuable to you. If it is, we'd really appreciate it if you gave us a thumbs up on this video. Helps spread it out. Well, we hope you guys have a wonderful, safe trip. Take care. God bless.
God bless.